2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that now makes this a 15-7 game. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Fighting room at the 30. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 81 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete to Grant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Barrett now on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
On 2nd down, Barrett is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw Barrett. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let them get to the 2nd level because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Out to his left. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now back to throw. Wide open. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up on Levante David, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You got
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Bengals will get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
4 down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they'll run it here. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He'll drop to throw. And it is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now the fullback, Chuchin-EL, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back back to the air on second down. Barrett over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And they'll go on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. Throwing here, Barrett. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now Barrett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.